Merlin Guide Merlin into the Kingdom. I saw that on the front page, and this is a thing I've been asking myself. When you visit the front page of the GameJam, you get a list of the games, and they are listed in, I don't know which order. They are not alphabetical. I don't know if it's the submission time or the submission date or the rating. But I thought the ones that were on the top are pretty privileged because they are being played more often than the others. So how do you deal with that as a developer? It's so great that I'm kind of sitting here goofing around and talking about games and that were actually developed by people who know about this stuff. That's cool. Okay, Merlin, our land is populated by a bunch of lovely people. We lack a ruler. And did you play Little King's Story? I always have this thing where I'm constantly comparing games to other existing games. I don't think that's a good thing, but I still do that. We need to find the one and only person that shall be able to unify our land. Speak to the inhabitants. Those gents shall give you useful hints about his attire, his looks, his position, and his favorite colors. Then you will be able to designate the person as our new ruler. Okay. It's a dialogue-based game. Use the left mouse button in the gameplay to click on a person to get a hint. Left mouse to go through the dialogues. Left mouse, left mouse, right mouse. In the gameplay to designate a person as designate a wrong person will result in his death for no reason. Don't even bother explaining because no one cares. Okay, and because you're on a tight schedule here, because you're doing a game jam, I appreciate that. So, I built the game around the concept of finding the only one person who fits that description. I like that. There are these, I like everything, it seems. There are these games where these riddles where you have to eliminate them by. The game uses colors, and I'm sorry for every colorblind people that won't be able to fully enjoy the game. This is charming. This is great. This is I think Mark really contributes a lot of to the, I don't know if you can say community, just to these people that suffer from these. I'm not going on. My English is not good enough to find the wrong words that will not upset people. So I just want to really say that I think it's great what Mark is doing here, and it's nice you put it in here. You didn't have to. You excuse yourself for not making a colorblind mode in a 48-hour game jam game. This is great. Weird old English for comedic purposes. It makes the hints harder to understand. So that's great. As for me as a German. Each game is different. 102 characters on screen, and wow, this is incredible. Okay, how do I gotta download it. Okay, I didn't want to play downloadable games. This is the second exception I'm doing, but why not? Why not? It was pretty easy with the first one. So hier entpacken. This is German. Unzip here. Hier entpacken. Where are you, Merlin? Is it motion enjoy? Is this the right one? Guide to Merlin in the guide. Where is it? I can't find it. Can't find the game. And downloads Guide to Merlin in the Kingdom. Should be a folder here, but there is no folder. There it is. Alright. It's not in the folder, it's spammed all over my main folder. So now I gotta change the window. Yes. Pull this over here. Daryl Steak was away for a bit. I don't know what you missed, but this is an interesting game. I think I won't be able to really play it. I have to find the only one person who will be the great leader of a kingdom, the chosen one, and I'll have to left click on any folks, or right click. This is breaking the fourth wall here. I don't know. I played some games. They were great. What else can I say? But I will put up the stream as videos on YouTube, so you will have a chance to watch them. Do you think it will be better to put the stream as a whole on YouTube, or just cut it up and put every game on its own up there as its own video in its own right? In what world am I? I shall just click on everyone then. An incorrect right click will kill that person within the day. This is a pain. Okay. Oh no. Okay. I killed the first one by clicking on right clicking on it. So, is that person only wearing pants? My own tailor is rich. Pity the end of this. Okay, so into blocks of 5 and have the names in the description. Yeah, I shall do that. Yes, it's a good idea. Andy the Bob. Andy the Bob. Andy the Bob? Are you Dutch? They shall not pass it. So I'm not sure I can do much good here, because they are just rambling. And I will have to figure it out. I think this may be kind of an Obra Dinn scenario we have here, where I need pen and paper to sort this out. The one has something on his head, so you're not the one. Okay, so I have to write down now. Hat. I could have written Hut, because this is the German word for hat, but I didn't. I'm so in the English language now. He's quite quaint. So I will. What's the difference? What's the difference between a pigeon? You're not useful at all. Aren't purple body gear weird? Yeah. So if he says they are weird, is it a good thing or a bad thing? So maybe he really wants a ruler with a purple body. So maybe this one. Did see a person with a cap. Made my day. Potato is live. Art caps are a thing now. Aren't purple? Yeah, he also says that purple body gear is weird. So I think that might be a bad thing. Where I'm from, weird would be a good thing for a ruler, and the purple body gear would also be a good thing. But I would say no purple, because this is how I read those folks, and folks are not the same as I am. So people from the north are more adapted to the bitter cold. That dude didn't want to give me his cap. There are some people that wear the same color as thou, Merlin. I like cats. So this is just... This doesn't help me. Get out of this kingdom. So... She will die. It's simple yet very nice. So I don't need a fancy hat. I need a simple hat. But the hats are all pretty much the same. He has 3 eyes. This guy has 3 eyes. Oh my god, that's a mutant. This guy is blue. The one he... What? He did look like a baby. He did? So he's not anymore? So, or he did when I met him. When I last met him. So maybe baby is a good thing to go for. He's in the north and blonde. There are no blondes here. I need someone with a hat who's not purple and looks like a baby. So... I don't see a baby with a hat. Or is it him because he's small? I have baby shoes to sell. You are it. No! And I shall die alone. Okay. He doesn't look like a baby, so that was kind of stupid. They're all dancing around. So So I don't know, I think I could just kill all of those people. Is that parent only wearing pants? Only wearing pants, so he's got a... You don't have a hat. You need a hat to be the ruler. And you have to be naked. Kind of naked. At least upper half naked. Upper half naked. Maybe it's you. No! He looks like a baby. He doesn't have a hat, but I thought the horns might come off as a hat to some people. And he's not naked, is he? I got confused there. You are pretty naked. You don't have a hat. So... Only purple pants and a hat. There's purple pants but no hat. So where is the purple pants with a hat? You're doing all the work for me. Is this a hat or is it just hair? I think this might be hair. You're looking at him right now. Okay, so yes, you obviously win the game. Here, maybe if the horns are a hat, then this guy is it. No, he's dead. He's dead. He's gone. I'm sorry for you and your family, but you have the rest of the day to live. So make something nice of it. Here, you got it. It's him. It's him. You're the leader. I found you. Purple. So purple is a good thing in this kingdom. I haven't saved. It's 4 people I killed. That's good. It's a small price to pay for a wise leader, I think. Thank you. That was way harder than it could have been if I had just been another person, I guess. And I will continue with this one. Went over here. This one was the oldest. The ones I couldn't save by Luc Deligne. You are the keeper of Spacelight Station near a planet. A Spacelight Station near a planet. When the planet starts blowing up, you receive 5 distress signals asking you to warp their ship to safety. The 5 signals are broadcasted simultaneously. You can only listen to one signal at a time. You will have to switch between the channel as the story unfolds. In the end, you will have to make it. This is a great setup for a game. Use the up-down carrier to switch between the 5 channels. Okay. This is like, I'm a great Star Trek buff, and so this is kind of seems like a Star Trek kind of theme. Okay, so I will have to. Can you see the game? I hope you can see the game. Does it come up? No? Yes, now. Here it is. Oh, it's... Okay. Requesting emergency... 5,000 citizens. 5,000 citizens. What? 400 million citizens from the Dolaris Republic? Okay, this is a lot of. Okay, who had the most? Okay, just kidding. You're the democratically chosen ambassador. Okay, so this is. I'm from the future. Let me try to convince you. There's an ambassador, someone from the future. Everyone is united behind a single dream, a single idea. That's just rambling on and trying to make me just conquered. We are half of this planet, or at least we were. Anarchist community. If you this is this is. I think this might just be the best idea I've seen today. I can't even process all of this right now properly, but I will talk about it when I finish it. Okay, so you are citizens because you are robots, and now I can say I'm not gonna save robots, you know, and I'm not gonna save some communist terrorist cell. I don't know what this is. And the guy from the future is just, and they are just rambling on about. Okay, you are diverse, so you're kind of Noah's Ark. And 35 seconds here. Okay. And you're the robots who will continue to carry all of the knowledge of the planet. And the Colossus nuke explosion is not really. I can't see the bottom of the window. Maybe I should hit F11. It's not an accident. Someone did that. Drowning endlessly. He's just philosophically overwhelming. Okay, so there is someone else was responsible for the disaster, and I should not let them get away with it. And everyone tries to. This is a political game. It's putting me in the chair of. This is incredible, really. This is such a great idea for the jam. You will build a greater world. Oh no, I didn't want to warp you. No, 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 I didn't. No, this. You see, this is one mistake I think you were making. Because you should have just paused at that point and say, well, now you gotta make the decision. Because you're still in the process of reading. And now I couldn't really reflect on what I've heard. You see, so now I rescued them, and it was by accident, and that's not after thinking so much about it and trying to read as much as possible. And you are really you really have an advantage if you can read fast. Because you can switch between the dialogues and make the most of them and make it strategically. But I really like this idea. This is so good. Can I? Is this too much of a compliment? But I think you really should pause for the decision and give people a chance to reflect. Just as a concept, I love it. It's not really much of a game in terms of gameplay, but having this as part of a game, or I really also like narratives. Games don't have to have as much of gameplay as long as they are immersive, and this is immersive because you constantly have to make decisions about who to switch to and what dialogue to listen and what to skip. And now I will continue with I can enter my name. So Benjamin is my name, and I usually went by the name Bieber, which is beaver in German, but I don't want that anymore. So welcome, Benny. This is your story and yours alone. It may take you upon paths nobody else will experience, but be warned, you only get one chance to experience it. If you make a foolish choice, it might end sooner than you expected. Well, I can always boot it up again, can't I? I am smartass. That's it. You are completely lost. One moment you were camping with your friends, the next one a thunderstorm drives you deeper into the woods than you have ever been. When the rain finally stopped, you had no idea where you were. You look around for some clues to find your way out of these woods. Eventually you stumble upon a pathway that you have never been on. You walk along it. Any direction seems fine right now. After a while you reach a crossing. The right path leads down into an even darker part of the forest. On the left path you can see a small cabin in the distance. Yeah, always the cabin. Always the cabin. Of course. if you're in a horror movie, you wouldn't necessarily go into the cabin, but in real life you would always go to the cabin because it's the only reasonable choice you can do. Okay, so you cautiously approach the cabin. It looks dark and deserted. Vines have overgrown most of the walls and windows. Only one window is visible. This, I think it's this font that immediately gives me this tale, like a fairy tale voice. It's not what I was aiming for, but I said it anyway. Only one window. Only one window. I can do it in very German English. Only one window is visible and can still be looked through. The door is not closed, but open just a creak. Not many Germans are actually talking that way, but you can easily. It's in our ugly language genes. I don't think there are language genes. I really don't. Okay, look through. Okay, you should look through the window. I think you really should. Look if someone's there, if I don't know. It's hard to see through the dirty old window. You don't see much, just a black lump in the middle of an empty room. Suddenly the lump starts moving. It rises to the height of a human being, a big cloaked figure. Okay, finally someone who can help me. The figure whirls around and now two glowing red eyes are staring right at you. Who or whatever is looking at you right now remains otherwise motionless. Then with one swift move it escapes your vision and you hear the old wooden door slowly opening. Okay, so I would run away now. There is a hint that it remains otherwise motionless, that it may not be hostile, but I don't know. Am I playing a game now or am I doing a wise choice? I would in real life. In real life I would run the hell out of there. But playing a game might be more interesting to stay. And this is something I debated when playing games like Life is Strange or the Telltale games. How do you play these games? Do you play them how you would as a real person? Do you play them how you think the character in the game would act? Like if you're playing Life is Strange, do you act like Max Caulfield or do you act like yourself? Or the third choice, do you act like do you pick the choice that you think is most interesting for the continuation of the story, which is what I tend to do. But I like to reflect on that. And so now I really want to say what has glowing red eyes. So I keep looking through the window until you feel cold breath on your neck. You turn around to see the hooded figure towering over you. The black cloak looks almost silver out here in the light of the full moon. Good evening! The figure greets you with a deep and raspy voice. And what brings you out here at this hour? It asks, revealing some pointy fangs beneath the upper lip. I will tell the truth, of course. You explain everything that has happened since you went off to look for firewood. After you finish, the figure smiles. Poor you. You must be feeling so lonely. None of your friends looking for you. It leans down. Don't worry. It now whispers in your ear. Soon enough you won't feel anything anymore. And with a swift move, he lunges his fangs into your neck. You feel your energy leaving your body when he finally lets go of you. Sink to the floor, then you pass out. When you wake up, you realize that it had been wrong. You could still feel. Maybe not fear, love, or anger, but one thing you could feel for sure, hunger. So now I have become maybe something nobler, maybe something better, maybe something we should all strive for. A cloaked figure with red eyes. I think this is the best ending the game has to offer, truly. I feel it's a kind of a salvation. That's it. You're completely lost. One moment you are camping, the next one... Oh, that's it. That's my story. I can read it now. I can read my story. So... yes. Rels Parker has to go soon. Nice stream. Thank you, Rels. I did the same thing Daryl stated. So this is not too original because it is one of these like these adventure books. Or did you play the Temple of No? It's these what's the name? Twine, like all of these Twine games. It's basically a Twine game that is much more attractive because of the music and the graphics and the font. The font is nice. But it still is just one of these. I had these Mickey Mouse comics when I was a kid where it says, yo, go on to page 36 if you want to go through the door. So this is it. This is the game, and it is well executed, but I kind of miss a twist. Something more than this. So this is your story by Andy the Bob. But you have the greatest name of all of them. Yes, okay. Yes. I've never heard from anybody who went into the woods. Okay, I can see the appeal of seeing all the endings and trying different approaches. But when I think about the Telltale games, what I really like most is that you don't really affect the story, and that you don't. Some people always say, oh, they say you can influence the story, but you can't really, because in the end it's all the same. But I like that because I don't want to be the writer of a story when I play a game. I want to experience a story. And what Telltale does with its games is that it makes you experience the stories stronger by connecting yourself to the choices you've made and letting you feel the consequences of them by how the other characters respond to that. I still got the pen from the Merlin game. It's not a pen, it's a marker, it's an adding. And I really like having this immersion but still following a story that the authors were aiming for. So that's that. Yeah, what Telltale did. True, they are not there anymore, but a lot of games follow in their footsteps, and I like that.